Hey y'all, happy Taurus season. If you have Taurus in your sun sign, and you may be watching this for your rising or your moon sign, happy birthday. If you're a Taurus sun sign. These messages are for Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising signs. We are going to discuss what tools are available to you. Check your moon or your rising signs for deeper resonance, okay? But we are going to discuss what tools are going to be of use to you and what tools are available to you and through you, or and in you, right? Inside of you during this Mars in Leo transit. And Mars is going to be in Leo, which is an amazing energy, amazing energy. For the entire springtime. Well, no, it's not the entire, it's June 17th. It's going to be June 17th. So make sure that, you know, you mark your calendars if you ever need to understand like how long this is actually going to take place with this Mars in Leo transit. Sorry guys, I'm sitting in front of my computer right now, and I want to make sure that the music is not distracting. I like to have music here with me while especially on Thursdays, while I am giving you guys readings, because it's a very meditative time for me. So, like I was saying, this is going to be a very beautiful time because Mars being in Leo is such a beautiful transit. It is such a beautiful transit. And I feel that Scorpio, you guys can definitely benefit from this. Again, if you play your cards right, if you make choices that are actually going to grow you and improve you during this spring equinox, you know, it's going to be good for you. It's going to be good for you. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump right in, you guys. Sorry, I just want to make sure that there are no distractions to this reading. For Scorpios, once again, check your moon and or rising sign for deeper resonance. For the Mars in Leo transit. Mars in Leo transit. The Mars in Leo transit for this, for Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's see here. Mars in Leo transit, messages and tools for Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Let's see here. Hey guys, let me just double check something really quickly once again. I'm learning to just, for some reason, I just feel like today in these readings, my ancestors are just like, don't stress about anything, just kind of go with the flow, do what you need to do. I am in no way trying to take the energy away from you guys at all. And maybe this is the energy that you need, Scorpio. Make sure you do what you need to do. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks or says. Do what you need to do. I'm getting that really heavy and strong for you guys out there. Do what you need to do. Okay. How can I love more? How can I love more? And it says there are a few better questions than how can I love more? This invites us to look for opportunities to connect more deeply with ourselves in all of our relationships. And remember, the beginning said there are few better questions than how I can love more. Sometimes it will mean putting more energy into being present or generous, even when you don't feel like it. Sometimes it will be about being more present and generous with yourself, even if that means self-indulgent, or even if that feels self-indulgent. Spend 5 minutes thinking about how you can cultivate more love for yourself and for those around you. However it manifests itself, it is a beautiful filter through which to engage with your world. Scorpio. So what I got from that entire card is fill your own cup first before you start filling up anybody else's. It doesn't matter how long it takes. If you need a break or you need some time to yourself, if you need to focus on yourself, do not allow anybody to make you feel that you have a time frame for how long it's going to take for you to get back to them energetically. You know what I mean? You have a partner who's a little bit clingy or a partner who kind of puts you on this time frame. Okay, so you spent time with yourself yesterday. Now it's for your time to spend time with me. They may not say that out loud, but their actions may show that. Do not allow anybody to put a time frame on your energetic availability, on your emotional availability, on your mental availability, or even on your sexual availability, depending on the relationship. You will get to them when you get to them. But if your cup is not full, and don't fill up your cup halfway so you can fill up somebody else's cup. No, if your cup is not full, Scorpio, you don't have anything to give these people or this person during this springtime. You may have to take this entire springtime all the way up until June 17th to just be like, I'm focusing on myself, y'all, or sir or ma'am, whoever you're talking to. Right? Sorry, I'm just making sure that my mic is actually picking up on my voice. I'm sorry, guys. But I'm also getting like this energy, like ever since I started your video, it was like, things started, like different notifications and things started popping up where I felt like, okay, I need to make sure this is not going to be a distraction and that I'm getting rid of these distractions before I focus on this reading, right? So in order for you to focus on yourself, Scorpio, I'm just getting the energy of like, okay, make sure that you're checking. Make sure your phone is on do not disturb. Make sure nobody can breach that. Put it on airplane mode if you have to. Close your door. Lock it if you need to. Turn the iPad off. Close the laptop. Turn the computer off. Whatever it is that you need to do. You don't need to be picking up the phone, and I mean literally and metaphorically. You don't need to pick up the phone for anybody. If your body is telling you like, listen, we're not available. We need to rest for however long, and your body will tell you. Your mind will also tell you, hey, we're ready. We're ready to get out there. We're ready to mingle. We're ready to socialize. We're ready to love others more, right? We're willing to contribute. We're ready for that. If your body and your mind is not telling, your spirit is not telling you that you're ready, then you're not ready, Scorpio. And do not allow anybody to make you feel like, yes, you are ready. I'm available. How come you're not available? Because you're just not available, Scorpio, and that's it. It's nothing personal. Anybody who wants to take it personal, that is a problem that is only theirs. That is a problem that belongs to them, not you. Okay. Sorry to yell at y'all. I feel like I'm yelling at you guys, but I'm not yelling at you. I feel like I'm picking up on some of you guys' energy. You may not say this out loud, but you may be dealing with somebody where it's just like, can you just leave me alone for a second? Just leave me alone. Can you stop asking me questions? Can you stop telling me what to do? You know what I mean? You may need somebody in your life or people to go be more interested in themselves for a minute instead of being so interested in what you're not doing or what you're doing. Okay? Somebody needs to be more attentive to their growth and paying more attention to their growth than trying to focus on yours. You know what I'm saying? Secret message at the bottom of the deck. Take a bigger view. We have the yellow card, and the yellow cards represent insight and awareness. The red cards represent curiosity and joy. So when things get tight or you start to get squeezed a little bit too much by somebody or by people, that's when you need to make your exit for a while and just be like, okay, I got to step out. I got to step out of here. I need to go get some fresh air. I need to think about this, right? I need to clear my mind, clear my palate. You know what I'm saying? You know, because there could be too much of a good thing. You know, you can be like, it's almost like going to a boutique or a store, you know, and they have perfume, and those perfumes can smell amazing. But if you don't cleanse your nasal palate, the perfume, or not, you know, you're not going to be able to just to enjoy the perfumes that you're sampling, right? They just kind of all just kind of mix in, and they don't really smell as good as they're supposed to if you had cleansed your palate. You don't really pick up on the aromas that you're supposed to be picking up on. So perfume is beautiful, right? Smell, you know, for those of you who are into perfume like I am, like, or body sprays or whatever, there could, you know, perfume, I feel like perfume sampling or food sampling sometimes, I say there can be too much of a good thing sometimes. And there may be some people in your life that just feels like, you know, having a relationship with you, and, you know, the experiences they have with you is such a good thing, right? But they want too much of it. And they need to learn how to allow you to pull back. I don't think people understand what, like, you guys, Scorpio, and depending on what else is in your chart, we're going to keep going into your reading and pull some more cards. But depending on what else is in your chart, people may not realize that you actually respect them more when they actually allow you to pull away. When you're just like, hey, it's okay. If you have a friend or a family member, or even a partner, a significant other, who's just like, hey, take your time. Take your time. It's okay. Like, you don't need to worry about me. I'll be over here if you need me. I'm gonna check up on you every once in a while, if you know, but if you need anything, I'm over here. And they just leave you, they just let you do your thing because they trust you. That's how you build trust with this person, is because they are allowing you to pull away when you need to. But just make sure, Scorpio, that if you're needing to pull away, make sure you're respecting that of these other people. If they need to pull away, like if it's somebody else, you know, you need to allow them to pull away. You need to be more generous with the space that you're willing to give this person or these people. Allow them to pull away, because that what's going to end up happening is that when they pull away from you, that gives you space to focus on yourself. Even if you really don't want to, and you really want to be with this person or be around this person, let them work on themselves, let them figure themselves out, and you just figure, you do something with yourself, right? Because it's all vice versa as well. It's not just one-sided in relationships, all the, you know. So you can swap the roles, if you know, depending on what you're dealing with. All right, Scorpio, let's keep going. I'm going to pull 2 more oracle messages for you guys, and then we're going to hop into the tarot later, towards the end. We also have a Taurus new moon, depending on where you are in the world. We are having a Taurus new moon on the 27th of this month, which is on a Sunday. So make sure that you guys are really connecting with your coziness, your relaxation, your luxury, whatever that is for you during that new moon phase. Really indulge. Your sister sign is Taurus, so we are in Taurus season. So Scorpio, learn from your sister sign. Scorpio, for this Mars and Leo transit. Again, these are tools that I am showing you from the spirit realm, what is being given to you, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising signs. It'll show itself to you in different ways, for everybody's different, and in different parts of your life as well. Take these tools and utilize them, even if it makes you feel uncomfortable or scared, okay? This is your summertime. The summertime will be absolutely gorgeous for you guys if you pick up these tools, however they show themselves to you, in whatever form they are. Peace within your home begins with peace within you. Yeah. Peace within your home begins with peace within you. If you do not have peace inside of yourself, Scorpio, look at your relationships. Look at your job. Look at your business partnerships. Look at how much energy you are expelling when you're around a certain person. What kind of mental energy are you expelling when you are spending time with somebody? If somebody cannot get the gist, if they cannot just take a hint, if they can't understand that they are overwhelming you, they may not mean to, Scorpio, but they're kind of being a lot. And again, you can swap it if it's you, where someone's showing you like, listen, can you please just give me some time? And you may feel, Scorpio, like, well, how much time am I supposed to get? However much time it takes, Scorpio, for this person to figure themselves out. If they need the rest of this year, give them the rest of the year. If they need the rest of the month, give them the rest of the month. If they need this week, whatever. Give time where time is needed. That's the lesson here. If you're looking for a job and there's a job that says, hey, we'll get back to you, or there's an application you filled out for a house or whatever, and they say, we'll get back to you within 90 days or whatever, and you may feel like that's a long, let those 90 days roll around, because within those 90 days, anything can happen. You can become a bigger person, a better person within 90 days, okay? You can experience a lot in 90 days. So if it, if it takes a while for something to hit your bank account, or to hear something from somebody, so be it. Let the time take its course. Enjoy being at home. Maybe you need to enjoy just being at home in your own space, whatever space that is. For me, I love being at home. I love my space, right? You have a space in your home that really like feels magical, it feels cozy, it feels comfortable, it just really keeps you grounded in the moment. Whatever activities that you love to do at home that really keeps you grounded and focused on yourself and your growth, keep doing those things. I am so sorry, guys. I know I didn't realize that my camera was actually blurred the whole time. I'm really sorry. But hopefully it works out now. I'll have to just keep an eye on it. But like I was saying, Scorpio, enjoy your time at home. If there are people who want to come, who want you to come by, they want to invite you to their place, right? For dinner, for lunch, for whatever. Maybe you should suggest like, hey, why don't you come over to my place? You know what I mean? Why don't you guys come over here? We'll plan something, right? Bottom of the deck as your secret message, it says, let the weight of the decision guide you. Let the weight of the decision guide you. So if there is a decision that you are thinking about making, or you feel kind of like stuck between a decision on what to do, like, should I focus on a relationship with this person right now, or should I focus more on myself? Which one of those things feels like it's pulling you, like in your gut, you're just like, okay, I really need to focus on this, right? Like if you think about somebody else and you just really feel like, even though you may not feel like, you want to focus on their problems or focus on what they're going through, I don't know. But if there's someone that's going through something or they need you and you really feel moved and you're like, I really want to help this person, then you help them. But if there's a part of you that's just like, I really need to focus on myself right now. I really want to help this person or help these people, but I just can't, because I just, it's all about what is really weighing heavy on your heart. Okay. What's really weighing heavy on your heart, Scorpio, um about something or someone, okay? Don't just go with it, sorry guys, I'm just trying to make sure that you guys can see me, because I do not want this to get all blurry and lose focus. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull one more oracle message. But once again, you see how that is, Scorpio? It's like there's just been, ever since I started your reading, there's been little distractions here and there. And I just get the sense that there may be some distractions that are keeping you from focusing on yourself. And there may be some distractions that are also keeping you from focusing on other people who actually bring abundance to your table or to your space. So this is not saying that you need to be alone necessarily, Scorpio. You just need to do things, mingle with people, so be social with people who actually allow you to just, they don't bring any type of mischief, they don't bring any type of stress or frustration. They're not asking you a bunch of questions of why you this or why you that. You know, they're not taking things so personal. They're just like, hey, let's just chill. Let's just chill, Scorpio. Let's just have a good time. Anybody who's not really trying to have a good time with you at this time, Scorpio, during the springtime, during this Mars and Leo transit, like, they're just going to be a stressor. And you're just gonna have to pull your energy away from them until they figure themselves out, or just have have a conversation with them, or just let them know, like, listen, you're stressing me out. Not that serious. I just want to have a good time. I'm just trying to enjoy this moment. Can we enjoy this moment? You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and pull one more oracle message, you guys, and then we'll jump into the tarot. For Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising signs for this Mars in Leo transit. This is so interesting. I was thinking about that as soon as this card came out. This how can I love more? Like, when I saw the red, immediately what popped into my head, Scorpio, was like, some of you guys have fire in your chart. And some of you guys can easily become irritated by people's energy. And this is why you may be dealing with somebody who might really need to back off. Okay. Or maybe because you have a lot of fire in your energy, if you have fire in your chart, Scorpio, you might be the one that's being more pushy and trying to get somebody to move when they're not ready to move. Okay. So that just depends on your situation and how you're dealing with it. But look at what came out. Fire, radiant, enthusiastic, and dynamic. And some of you guys, once again, if this is somebody else who needs to pull their energy away for a while, Scorpio, and maybe for you, you're just like, you're wanting them to be in sync with you. You want them to feel this fiery, radiant, enthusiastic energy, right? You want them to feel excited about talking, having a conversation with you, or you want them to feel excited about the relationship, in every moment or whatever, but they're just not feeling that right now. And that's okay. Just let them be. They'll get back to it. Maybe they're just burned out. Maybe they just, you don't know. Maybe you just don't know what someone is dealing with mentally, and you just kind of just need to step back and be like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm just let you do your thing. Again, if it's an application for a job or for a new home or a loan or whatever, or something that you're really, really hoping that you get approved for, to maybe getting into a college, I don't know, but or getting into an online class, a workshop, like there's something that you're just like, oh, I'm really excited for this, and I really hope that this pulls through. I mean, maybe that might cause you to get a little bit impatient, Scorpio, if you have fire in your chart, or maybe that's just part of your personality. Just wait. It's okay. Don't let your enthusiasm fizzle out because of the time it takes for you to get an answer. Don't allow your anxiety to, get you to feeling and thinking that, or moving in a way as if, well, this is probably not going to happen. Don't think that way. Don't move that way. Maybe you need to write down in a journal, like if you fill out an application, or you're wanting some information or confirmation from someone, just write it down in your journal, or write it down, pray about it every single day, and say, I pray that I get the answers that I need from this person. I pray that I get approved for this application, or for this workshop, or for this house, or this car, whatever, that a, a loan. Continue every single day to pray about it. And sometimes the way you show that you really love someone, Scorpio, is just by letting them have the space that they need, and just reassuring them that, hey, I am here if you need me. I may not be here all the time, or you may not want me to be around all the time, or you may not talk to me all the time, but I'm here, right? Or it could be flipped, where you need people in your life like this, where they are the ones that are saying, hey, it's cool, do your thing. We'll be over here when you need us. Give us a call, give us a text, shoot us a DM, whatever, right? Bottom of the deck as your secret message, you have waxing gibbous moon. Some of you guys like the color red very much. or even orange, like a burnt orange. Waxing gibbous moon, you have nurturing, patience, and refinement. So it could be towards a full moon, towards the full moon, a full moon in this season. That's where you can see all of this coming to fruition for you. But it says patience and refinement. So this is a time where you do need to nurture yourself and nurture your relationships. And again, that can come in the form of just allowing your relationships to sprout more, buds, right? To sprout more blossoms on their branches. Maybe you're in a time in your relationship with someone where it's just the winter phase, things are just kind of dormant right now. And maybe there's someone who's trying to force this springtime energy on the relationship and it's just not there right now. There's you or someone else needs to just realize we're in a winter phase in this connection, or I'm in a winter phase when it comes to my job or my career or a project. And winter is not forever. At some point it's going to everything is going to melt, and everything is going to start blossoming and growing, and you're going to get the results that you've been looking for, that you've been praying for, Scorpio. But it really, really takes you practicing patience and pulling yourself away for as much time as you need to, or allowing someone else to pull their energy away as much as they need to. Okay. Someone may have some control issues here, and that's why they constantly feel like they have to be involved, right? They have to constantly be doing something towards this relationship, or constantly trying to figure out where are we at in the relationship, or when am I going to get this, when am I going to get that, when am I going to get an answer. You or this other person might need to understand, you need to come to the realization that you can't control this narrative, you can't control this outcome. You have to be patient. Scorpio sun, moon, and rising signs for this Mars in Leo transit. Sorry, guys. There we go. Mars in Leo transit for Scorpio sun, moon, and rising signs. Excuse me. Judgment. You have judgment. So yes, this is once again taking a bird's eye view and judging, just having better judgment, Scorpio. Just letting things unfold as they should. Whatever has kind of gone dormant, like these skeletons in the caskets here, is like that winter time. Things die temporarily, right? This is a temporary death in your relationship or in this situation. There's a winter here. Some of you guys may feel like your angels or your spirit guides or your ancestors, your creator is not really communicating with you. For those of you that are really, on that spiritual journey, you may feel like your spiritual family, your spiritual tribe, or your your creator or your ancestors are just kind of quiet, and you might feel frustrated just feeling like, nobody's answering, nobody is, showing me that they care, my ancestors are not showing up, but they're there. They just pull their energy away, allowing you to sit with yourself. So for those of you who are just looking for a lot of answers, especially if you guys are maybe going online looking for tarot readers or messengers or whatever, if you're looking for some type of spiritual advice or looking for answers for something, you're not going to get those answers right now. I'm here to tell you that right now. So if those of you guys came to this reading looking for answers, like direct answers on like what's going to happen, that's not what you're going to get here. What I can tell you is that if you follow these instructions and you take these tools to heart and you utilize them properly, it will work out in your favor. You have the Tower. Very powerful cards, you guys. Very powerful cards. That's you. That's Scorpio. Some of you guys are dealing with a Sagittarius, somebody with Sagittarius in their chart. finding common ground here with somebody. This Tower moment is very positive for you guys. It's just, coming to a certain reckoning, just kind of really coming to a hard realization that I really need to pull my energy away. And if there's a relationship that falls because you are pulling your energy away, then that means that that relationship is not worth your time anyway. It never was. So if there's anybody who's trying to make you wake up and give them your time, but you just cannot mentally do that right now, you cannot physically or emotionally do that right now, your cup feels empty and you're trying to fill it up, but every single time you get halfway, it's like you have to constantly pour into someone else's cup and then you're left empty. If it's that type of situation, you have to pull your energy away. That is a must, Scorpio. But if your cup is full, your cup is full, and somebody needs you and you feel good about, and maybe you're just kind of focused on yourself still, maybe you're, just really indulging in yourself, but there's someone who really needs you. Okay, be there for them. Focus on that relationship, grow that relationship, transform with that person, right? Within that relationship or within that situation, whatever situation, whether it's financial or relationship, right? But if it's someone else who needs to pull their energy away, don't break the relationship, Scorpio, just because you don't like that they're putting you on pause. Because if you try to force this relationship or force this thing to happen, or you're forcing answers, you're going to kind of muck up the process. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. Let the work get done. This person is working on their own. They don't have anybody surrounding them. This project, this carving that they did, this masonry work, this stonework that they've done, they did that on their own. And when they're done, they're going to grab their coat, they're going to grab their stuff, and they're going to come back to you, right? They're going to come back to you. But if this is you, Scorpio, this work that you're trying to do, you can only do on your own. You don't need this person or these people to constantly be a part of the process during this Mars and Leo transit. So let go of control, or make sure that, this other person understands that they need to let go of trying to control this narrative and just allow you to do your thing. Bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Wands, being just freedom, confident movement, passionate movement forward, or anywhere that you want to go, really. Maybe there are those of you, maybe you're in a relationship that's kind of restricting a little bit, and maybe you just might make the decision, you know what, during this springtime, I think I'm just going to go travel. Maybe there are those of you, you're pulling away from your marriage or something like that, or you're taking a break, or you just want to travel, you want to go learn new things, you want to do new things, and so you're just deciding, you know what, I'm going to go do this, and I just want to feel free. I want to get my independence back. I want to take hold of my life again, right? And this doesn't mean that you have to break up with someone, but if a breakup does happen, where you just know that you can't change that, you can't control it, then just let it happen. Whether it's a friend breaking up with you, or a significant other, or a family member not wanting to talk to you anymore, or whatever, that's on them, right? Let's clarify these cards really quickly, Scorpio. But again, if this is vice versa, where you're the one that's feeling like, oh, I need to walk away from this because I'm not getting the answers that I need, or you start having anxious, thoughts, it's going to be fine. You don't need to make your exit just because something is not levitating off the ground or shooting off into the stars when you want it to, right? Just because the fireworks are not going off anymore right now, or just because they're not going off, at the time you feel that they should, that's fine. That doesn't mean that the relationship or the situation is going to fail. It just means that it just needs time, it needs space, it needs distance for a little bit. Ace of Wands clarifying, or I'm sorry, Ace of Wands, Page of Wands clarifying the Judgment card. So you could be dealing with a younger Leo, or maybe you have Leo in your chart. Or no, I'm sorry, Sagittarius. Sagittarius could be a Leo too, but mostly Sagittarius. But this is definitely leaving someone behind. And I have a feeling that this is a partner. Some of you guys, there's a partner that you're leaving behind. They're choosing to stay home while you go out and do your thing, right? You may have a partner who just needs to let you go do your thing throughout the day, let you go take care of yourself, get your nails done, get a tattoo, get your hair done, go out and shop, go out and mingle with your friends. Now, if this is you and your partner still together and you just kind of they want to do their thing and you want to do your thing, just make sure that there's loyalty here. And again, if there's a situation where it's codependent or you don't really trust your partner to go out and be faithful to you while they're out and about, you might have to, if there's some dishonesty going on or cheating going on, then I would say if you have to try and put your partner in a prison because you feel like they're cheating, or you feel like you kind of have to be like surveilling, like you have to keep them under surveillance or monitor them, that might not be a relationship that you want to stick around for. You shouldn't have to babysit or have to monitor or manage somebody because they're not being faithful to you. Now, it could be that this person is actually not cheating on you at all. They're not doing anything dishonest. They just need time, and they need space throughout the day. You just have to kind of just let them do that. And if they are cheating on you, guess what? It's going to come out at some point. You'll find out, you know? So, but if this person is honest, you don't have anything to worry about. Okay. But if this is vice versa, where this other person is trying to keep an eye on you because they don't feel like you're being honest, then once again, that might not be a relationship that you want to entertain. Okay. Now, if this is somebody, again, once again, if this is another partner, they're the ones that are going out and you're just standing there like, I wonder if they're cheating. If you have a partner who might be going on a trip, maybe this is in the past, maybe they went on a trip, you didn't go with them on this trip. Maybe there was something that came to fruition for you. Maybe they were doing something dishonest. And in your gut, you already knew that they were. Okay. And it came out. Hmm. You may have trust issues with this person, or they have trust issues with you. But again, I don't think those types of relationships you should be entertaining. Um, you should be glowing. You should feel confident. You should feel confident in your relationships. You should feel secure, right? And we have the two of Pentacles. Okay, so if you feel like with your health, because I see Pentacles as health and as money and physical, like you're juggling like material things. If you feel like you have to always choose between taking care of yourself and taking care of somebody else, and you can't just make that confident decision because maybe this person is constantly making you feel like you always have to choose them and put them first over you. No, no, that's what's going to cause the relationship to fail. That's what's going to push this tower moment. So if you're trying to avoid this tower moment and you don't want it to be destructive like that, and you just kind of, you want it to be smooth sailing with or without this person, or with throughout this situation, you just need to pick. We need to pick one. You need to pick one. Either you pick your freedom or you choose the relationship. And if you choose the relationship, that relationship should not have you juggling. That relationship should give you the freedom to focus on yourself when you need to, as much as you need to, as long as you need to, right? And the relationship should not push you away when you're ready to focus on the relationship and the person that you're with. Whether, again, it could be a friend or a family member too, or it could be a business partnership or a loan that you're trying to. Just make sure that you're not trying to juggle multiple things. Just kind of pick one and let the gods deal with the rest. Let the ancestors deal with the rest. Yeah, Five of Wands here. When you bring more people into the mix when it comes to working on this masterpiece in your life, when it comes to working on this beautiful thing in your life that's actually going to grow and thrive, you don't need all these people telling you what to do. You don't, the Five of Wands, you don't need all these people telling you how to move. You don't need this person always in your ear yapping and giving you an opinion and telling you you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. Listen to your soul, Scorpio. And you might be dealing with somebody who's a little bit of a bully and they don't know how to keep their words to themselves. Somebody might get a kick out of seeing you squirm a little bit because they're always saying something to kind of get under your skin and they think it's funny. This person might be very immature or a bit of a narcissist, or just very just full of ego. So there could be somebody who feels that anytime they can bring you down or keep you held hostage to a certain degree or keep you from doing what's best for you, that makes them feel better about themselves. And that is unhealthy, Scorpio, whoever this person is. Okay. those are your messages, Scorpio, for this Mars and Leo transit from now all the way up until June 17th. Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, y'all.